Hello friends, in this video I'm trying to cover modeling character and animation as well. So first of all I'll model the character and then we'll add animation to that character in Blender. So if you want to create animation character and want to add animation to that character, then Blender is one of the best character software you can find on Windows. So guys, this is a very free software you can find on a web internet, and it is free to use. So you can go with all your hard work and create amazing 3D characters and make amazing animation videos, and you can turn your hard work into money. So first of all, guys, if you don't know about the UI of the Blender, so let me introduce you some of the features. So first of all, there are several mode here. So first three mode is very important to learn. First of all, it is a object mode, this is edit mode, and this is a sculpt mode. So in object mode, we usually add objects. In vertex mode, we usually manipulate with the edges, vertex, and faces of the object. And in sculpt mode, we try to sculpt and try to give the shape to the object. And in vertex paint and paint, you can understand what does it mean. It used to give color to the object. So basically the first three is the very important to make a good character, and after that we will add colors to that character. And once we are done with the character, then we'll move to the animation. So animation is the later part, but first of all we should know how to model any character in Blender. So first of all, guys, this is our cube, and so we are going to cover when we since we are creating a character, we will cover all the body parts of the character including face. So first of all, let's create a lower part of the body, and then we'll adding up all the parts of the body to the body lower body, and we'll complete the character. So first of all, what you have to do, you have to go to edit mode and go to y-axis. So you can go to y-axis directly here, or you can press control number one. So if you press number one, it will take you to the y-axis, or if you press 3, it will take you to the y-axis. So if you want to use the number key to change the view of an object, so you can do that by going into preference, and you just have to go to input, and you have to enable this option, emulate numpad. So by enabling this option, you can use the number key to change the view and to see the view of the different view of the object. So first of all, guys, once you're done with this, now we are going to create uh, we have to add a modifier. So modifier will help you to help you a lot in this Blender. So you must be aware of this. So when you go through this tutorial, you will almost almost learn about the modifier and all the basic things of the Blender. So first of all, you have to select this object in edit mode, or you can select the directly by pressing A, and you can see the shortcut. I'm all the keys I'm pressing, and all the shortcut I'm pressing will be shown here, so you can take if I'm not being able to make you understand. So first of all, guys, go to a modifier, and now you have to add mirror. When we enable mirror, and to move object, we have to press G, and to move along x-axis we have to press GX. So when we press GX, so it will move, when object will move along x-axis, you can see. Fine. So now what you have to do, you have to press, or you have to enable this clipping. So what does clipping do? It won't separate an object when we are moving. So let's see how it does work. So let's press G and X. Let me. Now let me enable this clipping option again, and let's move along G axis. And as you can see, it clip the both mirror object. Now what you have to do, you have to make it center. So first of all, we have to unclip this, and let's move it again along x axis. And now we can enable the clipping. So now let's move it again and just leave it here. Now once you get this point, now what you have to do is you have to now you have to change the view to see in 3D mode. Now as you can see, now you have to hide the mirror part, as you can see. And this is our face. We have to remove this face. So how can we do that? We have to select this face option and just select this face only, and press X and click on this face. So it will remove the face from here, and now we can get back our mirror object. Fine. Once we are done with this, what you have to do now? So once you done this, now as you can see, now what you have to do is we have to go to object mode, select our object, and we have to scaling along scale it along y axis. So press S and Y, and you have to keep the width of the cube like width of the body. So as you can see, so it must be little bit more. So S and Y. Fine. So it is our width of our body. Understood? Once we are done with this, now we have to go to uh, viewport shading. Fine. Go to edit mode. Go to vertex mode, and now we have to select both both lower vertices, and press G and Z to move it upward. Again, G and Z, move it upward. Once you're done, now select the corner vertex, and just move it inward. So we have to press G and X. Fine. And now we have to, as you can see, let me show you the shape of the object. Fine. Now what you have to do is, let me go back to the y axis. Now you have to press E to extrude. So when we press E, sorry. So when we press E to extrude, now we can uh, move this vertex little upward, little right side. So just press G and X. Fine. So this is our actually a body shape, usually general body shape, and you can use these lines to give more accurate measure. Fine. Now let's go back to our solid mode again, solid view, and let me show you the body. It look like this, but before that, guys, we forget to do one thing here. Is we almost forget to give the shape of body little upward. So first of all, you have to select this. Let me go back to. First of all, you have to select this vertex and this vertex, both vertex. So hold the shift button to press both vertex again, or press this and press this. So we have selected four vertices here, and now what you have to do is just press G and Y. So actually what does it doing? Let me do it again. G and Y. Fine, like this. And now is it moved or not? Yeah. And similarly you have to select this vertex and press hold the shift button and again press this vertex, select this vertex and press G and Y to move it upward. Fine. Now this is much better. As you can see the shape. Yeah, understandable. So now what you have to do, you just have to leave here and you have to select the lower face of our body. So just go to select the face or select this face mode and select this face. And what we have to do is, let me go to the one of, we have to press, yeah, and just have press R to rotate it. They'll like this. And if we press E to extrude, so it will join the both extrude. So what we have to do, we have to disable this clipping option here and let's press E again. And as you can see, let me go down, change the view and do it again, get more. Now you can press S to uh, scale it. Fine. And now you can press R to rotate it. Fine. And let me rotate it again. Yeah. Or one more thing we can do here, we have to undo this option, undo what we have done so far. So what we have to do is, we have to extrude again. Fine. And just scale it and rotate it and extrude again. Press E, or let me do it and move along G axis little bit. Yeah, this is much wider. So before it was little outside wider legs. Now it is fine, and now we can extrude again and just scale it again. Fine, and now we can move it anywhere. So you can keep it straighter like this. So this is our actually our legs. Fine. Now what we have to do is, let's go back to our upper body and choose this face and rotate it like this. Oh sorry, we have disabled the clipping, that's why it is doing like this. So we have to enable the clipping again and rotate it like this. Fine. And we have to guys give some cut here. So where can we give this cut? So to give cut, guys, what you have to do, you have to keep your cursor on the edge of the object and press Ctrl R. Let me select the object first. Fine, and press Ctrl R and just move it. And you have to give the cut like this, or you can move the object, or we have to give the we have to keep the cursor here. So we have to give the cut along according to this line. So first of all, press Ctrl R, and now it is fine. Now you can give the cut like this so that we can make a square here. So you have to make sure that it should look like a square, so all the sides should be equal, and click to confirm. Once you're done, now go to face again, and what you have to do is we have to extrude this part little bit, and now you have to rotate this like this, like this, and move it upward, little bit upward, like this, along z axis, to make it in one line. Fine. And now, guys, you have to choose this face, and and now you have to rotate this one as well, like this, and you can move it little bit like this, and rotate it more, and move it again. If you do not satisfy with the shape, so we are mess up with the. Now let me do it again. Rotate it, or what we have to do is rotate. So what is wrong with this? It is not rotating actually. So let me disable this. So now what you have to do, again we have to extrude. Let me do it again, extrude again. So first of all we have to select this face and extrude. Fine. And now we have to rotate this. So you have to press R and Y to rotate along Y axis. R and Y. Fine. Now it won't do such thing. So just move G and Y, Z little bit. Fine. Now select the face, little this face, and press R and Y and move it Z and X. Fine. Now extrude this one, or we have to make it little move outside. So friends, what one thing you can do here, you have to select this edge and move it little upward. So press G and Z to move it like this. Now you can press, or now we can select this face again and rotate it little bit, R and Y, and like this, and we can ex- extrude, or extrude this like, or I think I have rotate it little bit not cooler, so R and Y. Now this is much better, and now we can extrude this one, and press E to extrude. Fine. Now this is much. Now this is better. We can scale it and move it G and X, or we have to rotate this like this, and we have to extrude again and scale it again. Fine. Like this, or we can undo and scale it along x-axis. Hand should be like this. So yeah, we can scale it along x-axis, a s or x, and move it little outside, like hand, like we had has hand. So move it z on x. Fine. So yeah, this is our body. Must look like a body. Fine. Now we have to select this face again. Hmm. We have to select this face again and extrude this. Fine. I think one thing we can do before this is to give the elbow. We forget to add elbow here. So how can we add elbow? Because it is used to rotate our hand. Fine. To go back to our hand edge. Fine. And press R and keep the cursor at edge. Fine. And click on to give where you want the elbow. So it should be like here. And click on again to give confirmation and R to rotate. R to rotate and G to move. G to move along x axis like this, and R to rotate and G to move. And we can go back to our this mode and select the vertex here, and we can keep this hand, move this hand little bit like this. Fine. And similarly we can also select this part of the leg, because our leg is looking bit larger or a bit longer, so we can move it G and Z. Fine. And just move it along x axis as well. Sorry. So let me move it this one, this part, G and X. Now this is fine. Fine. Now let's go back to our edit mode, or we have to go to our this mode and select the face. Let me go this view and select this one and press sorry, this one, and just extrude this one part. So before extruding, let's rotate this one a little bit, and now we can extrude I think I have rotated bit much. Now we can extrude this. So we are going to create foot of our object, foot of our character. Fine. And now select this face, front face, and now extrude. Fine. Go to bottom. This is our front, or this is our bottom. Fine. Press 9 to go bottom and move it along G and X. Fine. Now what we can do is to now we have to rotate this along y-axis. So R and Y. Let me choose the face again and go back to this mode and press R and G. Oh, sorry, R and Y. So rotate it. So R to rotate it and scale it along x-axis. Fine. And again rotate it like this. And now we have to select a vertex here and choose both the vertex here, like the both vertex. Fine. So we can move this anywhere like this. So we can keep it little outside like we has our foot. Fine. Let me move it little like this and just select this vertex as well and press shift to select the another one and and move it again. And select this vertex to move it, or you have to select the both vertex. You select both vertex. Fine. And move it like this. It's getting difficult for me. Now we have almost made our leg. Fine. We can also give more things to it, like we can make this is our body structure. Let's create a face as well. So first of all we have to make a neck. So let's go back to uh, upper part of the body. Go to select mode, select this part and this part. I think oh sorry, I forget to yeah, now this is fine. I think this should be little outside. Let me select this edge and move it along y-axis. fine, and you can keep this along y-axis little bit inside. Now this is much better. And now let's go back to our upper body, select the face, and now guys we have to press E and S. Now press E and S. Fine. And now press S and X to move it till inside. And now press G and Z to move like this. And now press E to extrude. So go back to our this mode and like this and press E to extrude and rotate it like this and move it, or we can scale it like this. Fine. Or we can scale along y-axis, x, s or y. Better? It's much better. I think the neck is bit, still bit. So just again press S and Y. Just move it little bit uh, backward. So you can go press uh, G and Y. Let's see. So it is moving. I think we have to go back and press. I have to press G to move again and a little bit like this and move it backward as well, little backward, and now we can extrude again. Fine. Now this is fine. Now we can extrude again. I think that now we can rotate it and scale it. Now this is much better, and I think I have just scale it bit much, and I have to I think scale it along x-axis. Fine, this is much better, and I have to scale it y-axis. Yeah, this is much better. Fine, we have to go back to our x mode, x axis, and go to we have to select this vertex and move it like this. Fine, and this is and this vertex is as well going a little bit much wider. Fine, and this vertex as well is going, yeah, fine, and let me give this vertex as well. Now this is much better, and now guys what we have to do is So one thing we can do as well here, guys, we can give the, again we have to use Control R here, and just keep it here and move it little bit like this. So this is like a waist of our body. Fine. And one thing we can do is here, guys, is just select this vertex, both vertex, pressing hold shift and move it little backward. Press, select this and this vertex and press G and Y. So let me disable this profession first and press G and Y like this, and let me go to side view, and we can use this mode. So now let's back to our neck, and first of all we have to give some cut here, or we can use, let me go back to let me select this face again, and let me see if I can just select this face and G and Z. Now this is fine. And now again press GE to extrude and E to extrude. Fine. And select both face again. Press Shift, just extrude again, and scale it like this. Scale it, or we can extrude little more. Fine. And now we can scale it again and scale it along x-axis. Scale it along x-axis, and now we can scale it like this. Fine. This is our head, and we can select these edges. I think I have to select this edges first and move it little inside. No, I cannot move, so I have to use this one as well and move it. Yeah, shift, fine, and keep this vertex here. Move it. Let me go down. Move it little bit. Select all the vertex. Move it. Fine. Now we are almost done with our. So let's guys give some. First of all, what we are going to do is, uh, first of all press R to give cut here, loop cut here. Control R and give like this. Fine. Once you give this, now select this face and scale it like this and extrude this and rotate this. I think I've just rotate wrong way. I think I have to extrude in a better way. Fine, and rotate this and select this face and rotate this like this and extrude this part face. So this is our thumb. Fine. Likewise, we can select this one and move it. Just move it, or we can, yeah, move it and give a again. We have to give rectangular loop. I think I have to keep the cursor here, not along the whole. I have to choose. I think I have to choose this one and less. It is actually making a loop in whole. So I think I may choose from here. Control R. So guys, I think our video is bit lengthier now. So we can leave it to the leave it this part to the second part of the videos. Let me resize it. This one, our thumb, and we can give this cut here first of all, and just rotate it and move it. Fine. This is our thumb. I think we are almost done, and likewise we can also create thumbs and fingers in the bottom as well, like we can give the loop cut here as well. Fine. Or we can press Ctrl R, and how much finger we need? 4. So this is better. Fine. And we can use the face and extrude this one. Well, let me rotate this one. Rotate along which axis? X along x axis? No, not x axis, y axis, I think. Y is not as well. Then which axis? Z axis, I think. And give extrude. We can move it little bit uh, backward, so it can give us. Let me select the all the view, all the face first, and resize it along z axis. What happened to it? Let me select the vertex here and select all vertex and zoom it again. Uh, Scale it again. Along. I think there is one more vertex. Is oh, I extrude this one as well now. That's why one more vertex has been created. Now let me, yeah. Now it should scale it. Sorry. Now let's go back to solid mode. Now we can extrude, or we can, let me go back. And now we can select the each face and extrude. We can have to press E, so it must be little bit rotate here like this, and or we have just rotated little bit much and extrude this, or we can scale it little bit as much as we can and extrude it, and we can scale it like this. Now we have to select the second one, just scale it little bit, and now we can extrude this finger, or we have to rotate this one. Now we extrude this finger, and it should be, yeah, and move along y. Fine. G or X. G or X. Now we have to select this face, and now we have to extrude this one as well, or we can rotate this and extrude this one as well and move it Fine, like this, and this could be bit larger finger or longer finger. So extrude or move it, and we can move this finger. Well, fine, and now we can ex- scale it and extrude this finger, and the last one, it should be scale it and rotate like this, or we have to think and extrude this finger as well. And let me resize it and move it. Resize it and move it. This is our this finger, and likewise we can also uh, make finger for our hand as well. So let me do this in this video itself. Fine. So first of all, press R and press R, and when we need four fingers, so it should be in this way. Fine. Yeah. Now, guys, we have to double click on it and choose the face, each face to extrude. So just extrude this one and extrude this one again, like this. Or let me move it and rotate this and extrude again. Resize it, move it. Yeah, likewise, this like this. Fine. And now we have to move to another finger, and I think we can scale this one as well. So it will help us to just scale this and move this. Fine. And now we can extrude. Fine. And now we can rotate and move it and scale it and extrude it again and scale it and move it. Fine. I think we are almost done with the all the things. And again, we can press E and S. Fine. And now we can extrude. I think E is doing one first good thing, but let me, yeah, this is much better. extrude, extrude, move it, rotate it, and again. Oh, sorry, I forget to scale. Scale it, and again, and again scale it, and move it again. Fine, and just move it, or it should be much big finger. So let's extrude it bit much, and move it, and let me move it a little bit like this, and extrude it. Fine, and move it again, and move it in little bit like this. Fine. Now we have to extrude the ring finger. So again scale it, and extrude extrude this, and move this inside little bit. Fine, and scale it again, and move it, and move it, and scale it. This is our ring finger. So I think ring finger is doing great things. So now we have to extrude the baby finger. So just scale it accordingly. Fine, and we are going to adjust later all these things, and move it, or we can have to rotate this. Fine, scale it, and move it. I think I forget to move it first extrude. So move it, and extrude it, extrude this, and scale it, and move it again. Fine, this is our hand, and it will do more justice when we are going to edit this the vertex as well. So go back to vertex here, and choose all the vertex. Let me choose the middle. Let me choose this vertex. Fine, and let me choose these vertex. And now I can move this. Fine. Similarly, I can choose all these vertex, all these vertex, and move it accordingly. Fine. So I think I just now this is fine. Just move it. G and X, and G and Y. I think I have created two vertex here, so I have to move this to fine. Now this is better. So this is our overall hand and overall leg. So we can go back to our this mode. So it will help us to what I have. So now I think guys, let's go back to our face. And one thing I was wanted to do that is go back to face mode, go back to this mode, and I have created lots of face here. I have to select this face, 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 and extrude this one because I need the back side as well and scale it. Fine. This is our back side of the face, and I can assure or I can choose the edge here. This is better. So we will when we do sculpting, it will cover all the things, all the error. Fine. So now, guys, what you have to do is once you're done with all these things, now what you have to do, you have to go to modifier and my favorite subdivision surface. When we do this, so it will actually change our body and create more. Let me disable this, and as you can see, this is our actually our body shape. And let me zoom it. And if you look our hand, so it is with much better. And if we increase one more level, so it makes our body, or if our it makes our body much. So now what we can do here, we can go back to the sculpt mode, and if we uh, apply this subdivision, now we can adjust our structure like this. So first of all, let me do some changes here. So let me choose the grab brush here and increase the width and use the x axis. Fine. And we have already enabled. If we want to do more sculpting in more detail, we have to remesh it. So we'll discuss about it in the later part. In the later part, we'll complete the this body or this uh, character with the clothes and the colors, and in the third part we'll do animation. So guys, I think we have made this video 1 hour and 6 minutes, and which is quite bit lengthy. And I just wanted to do some give fish here. Fine. The next should be like this, and it is bit like a bit like a, what would I say? So in the beginning, you might think we are going bit off. So guys, you have don't have to worry about that. When you complete this character, you will be more satisfied. So don't worry about the things. When we closer to completing our characters, so if I try to smooth it, so here are the brushes. If I try to smooth this, so let me smooth this one. And this one is backside, and let me use the grab one again. This is our actually the face, and we might go. So guys, we will model the face in the later part. Fine. So you don't have to worry about this face at all, because we have done so much modeling of face. And We can inflate this part as much as much. So this is, and we can use the scrap one to give shape. So guys, see you in the next video, and till then, bye bye.